Mikey Williams. Does he even need an introduction? I don't think so. You know who he is. But however, there's something you may not know about him that may just surprise you. And in today's video, I'm just here to explain to you his story. In these past 2 to 3 years, he has really made a name for himself. We gotta give the credit where it's due. He's really good at marketing himself on and off the court. On the court, he's a great basketball player, but off the court, he also makes a lot of noise. It's not like he's two-faced. The persona he portrays on the basketball court is the same off the court. And that persona or personality, whatever you want to call it, that I'm talking about is that dog-like mentality. Having that dog mentality, I know it's cliche, but it's what the 1%ers have. If you want to be great, there's no other way to cut it. You gotta have that. A lot of people will tell you that's something you can develop and get over time, and I would say that's somewhat right. But in most cases, I don't think it's developed over time. I think you either have it or you don't. If you don't have it, don't worry though, you can get it. I'm just saying most people are born with it. So back on topic with Mikey, I think everyone watching this can agree he's more on the aggressive side. He's not a quiet guy. He's gonna go out there and speak what's on his mind. And this quote unquote dog mentality has been with him from the jump. Here's what one of his coaches that coached him when he was younger said about him. Quote unquote, Mikey's competitive. He doesn't like to lose. He was like that as a baby. Even if he didn't have the ball, he'd go get it. So just by that quote, you can see that he has that go get it mentality. And like I said, it's not just the basketball court, but it was in school as well. Here's what his mom had to say about him when he was in elementary school. He was getting into fights almost every single day. Usually though, it was against the bigger, older kids. He'd stick up for the kids getting bullied. That's coming from his mom, and Mikey responded to that, and here's what he said. When I was in first grade, I was beating up fourth graders. He was in first grade, not fighting first graders, second graders, or third graders, but he was fighting fourth graders. That's a 3-year difference. This wasn't really a big time problem as you would think it was because his parents just told him to use that energy to focus on basketball. And I think we know how the rest of this story is gonna go. He first started to really hoop and fall in love with the game at an outdoor apartment complex that he grew up in. Here's what he had to say about that. I don't know if playing outside made me a better player, but it definitely made me a tougher one. Playing outside is going to make you a tougher player because I don't know how to explain it. If you're a hooper, you know. That's where the real battles are at, the outdoor courts. Flash forward in time when he was getting older and could finally go to a gym on the regular, here's what he said. Some people think the gym is punishment. Being in the gym is the best thing ever. It's my version of having fun. That's what really separates this kid because most of your basketball players, not all of them, but most of them have this mentality. Of course, everybody loves playing in the games, but they don't really want to get up and go to those 8 a.m. practices or practice after school or do weightlifting. And this is true for anything in life. If you don't have a passion for it, you're not going to be great at it. You're not going to give it 100%. If you don't give it 100%, more than likely you're not going to be great. It's really rare. He's not only had a passion for basketball, but he's had a passion for putting in the work. Flash forward in time to our current date, look at what he's doing now. The process and all the stuff he went through as a child, putting in the work and having that fearless mentality, it's paying off. This is also a great story and a reminder to the younger kids out there that you can't skip the process. You gotta enjoy it. It's good to have dreams and goals, but those dreams and goals will only be dreams if you don't have a plan of action. I get it. I know Mikey has a ton of haters, but at the end of the day, you gotta give him respect. He put in the work to get to where he's at. I'm really interested to see how his career turns out because he's still such a young guy and he's got so much potential. This is a prime example of when you make basketball your main priority, good things are gonna happen. He has a really inspirational and motivational story in my opinion. He went from being an underdog and getting in fights to now being the top dog. And what's even crazier about that is that he's still one of the youngest stars in high school basketball. But hey man, with all that being said, that's gonna wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys learned something. If you're new to the channel, what are you doing? Join the family. We're on the road to 100K. Hey, we can't get there without you. So if you love the content, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. But as always, let's be great. I'm out, y'all. Peace.